Here are the crypto top headlines covered in this video. Bitcoin analyst PlanB predicts 10 months of face-melting FOMO. Next, state attorneys general argue SEC overstepped in Kraken lawsuit. Also, EIA to drop emergency Bitcoin miner survey following court battle. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. We are a new channel here on YouTube, and would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, Bitcoin analyst PlanB predicts 10 months of face-melting FOMO. PlanB's bull market signal flashed as Bitcoin price was trading firmly above the $62,000 mark. The Bitcoin bull market officially started on March 1st, according to the pseudonymous quantitative analyst PlanB, who is also the creator of the controversial stock-to-flow or S2F model for Bitcoin's price. The Bitcoin accumulation phase has ended, along with the easy Bitcoin buying opportunities, according to an X post by PlanB referencing the S2F chart. Bull market has started. If history is any guide, we will see 10 months of face-melting, fear of missing out, FOMO, extreme price pumps combined with multiple 30% drops. The pseudonymous analyst's prediction came 2 days after Bitcoin breached $60,000 for the first time in over 2 years. Bitcoin fell 0.75% in the 24 hours to 3:00 p.m. Central European Time to change hands at $62,472. While the S2F model gained popularity during the 2021 bull run, it's far from being a perfect Bitcoin price oracle. According to the chart, Bitcoin should have breached the $100,000 mark in early August 2021 when Bitcoin was trading around $44,000 mark. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has also criticized the S2F model for giving investors a false sense of certainty. PlanB's predictions are in line with other analyst expectations. According to Vettel Lund, a senior analyst at K33 Research, Bitcoin usually consolidates during the period immediately after the halving, but rallies in the following months, Lund told Cointelegraph. While the immediate post-halving performance has tended to be sluggish, each halving has proven to be a solid point to enter the market. 100 to 400 days after, the halving tends to be the sweet spot where the compounding effects of subdued miner selling pressure impact BTC positively directionally. Beyond the much anticipated halving, the recently approved spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds have also contributed to the growing investor interest in Bitcoin and its subsequent price appreciation. Bitcoin price saw a 3% correction after Grayscale's recently converted Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF dumped $598.9 million worth of BTC on February 29th. Despite the outflows, Bitcoin price is up over 22% during the past week, according to CoinMarketCap data. Excluding Grayscale's ETF, the 9 new spot Bitcoin ETFs recorded over $2 billion in combined daily volume for the second consecutive day on February 28th. The new ETFs accounted for 75% of new Bitcoin investments since their launch on January 11th, according to a report by on-chain data analytics firm CryptoQuant. The ETFs have introduced passive price-agnostic demand for the first time in Bitcoin's history, which will lead to new all-time highs before the end of 2024, according to a research report by Bitfinex analysts shared with Cointelegraph. Our analyst forecasts a conservative price objective of $100,000 to $120,000 to be achieved by Q4 2024, and the cycle peak to be achieved sometime in 2025 in terms of total crypto market capitalization. Let me pause here for a moment. If you're getting value out of this video, please click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Our next top headline: State Attorneys General argue SEC overstepped in Kraken lawsuit. Attorneys General from numerous states filed a brief that calls out the SEC for its enforcement action against the Kraken crypto exchange, saying it used undelegated authority. 8 state attorneys general in the United States filed a joint amicus brief arguing that the Securities and Exchange Commission has overstepped its delegated power in the lawsuit against the cryptocurrency exchange Kraken. The brief was filed on February 29th by officials from Arkansas, Iowa, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, Ohio, South Dakota, and Texas, along with other participants, including industry lobbyists. According to the filing, state officials said that it is not in support of either of the parties. Rather, it opposes the SEC's regulation of crypto assets absent an investment contract because Congress has not delegated this authority to the SEC. The attorneys general posed the argument that the SEC was expanding what is defined as an investment contract and that states are in the position to prevent possible overstepping of state laws, including consumer protection laws, that could be breached by the SEC attempting to regulate crypto assets as securities. They said the court should reject categorizing crypto assets as securities absent an investment contract. The SEC's exercise of this undelegated authority puts state consumers at risk by preempting state statutes better tailored to the specific risks of non-securities products. The SEC's enforcement action exceeds its delegated powers, the brief stated. Some states' laws are more protective of consumers than the federal securities laws, they added. This follows a motion filed by Kraken on February 22nd, in which it asked to dismiss the lawsuit with the SEC entirely under similar claims of dangerous precedent of overreach by the regulator. Kraken argued that the SEC has no limiting principle and that the lawsuit, if given favor to the SEC, would give the agency too broad of authority. Kraken said it also gives the agency too wide of an authority, the crypto exchange argues. The cryptocurrency exchange released a blog post the same day stating that the SEC's claim is flawed in its argument that Kraken operates an unlicensed securities exchange, broker-dealer, and clearing agency, calling crypto tokens investment contracts without pointing to any actual contracts between customers and the exchange. In November, the SEC filed its lawsuit against Kraken, alleging it was operating while unregistered, was commingling client funds, and was failing to prevent conflicts of interest. The SEC has brought similar complaints against other crypto-related firms such as Coinbase, Binance, and the U.S. branch of Bittrex, with the first 2 ongoing cases. Our next top headline: EIA to drop emergency Bitcoin miner survey following court battle. The EIA said it will destroy survey responses and put out a new Federal Register notice. According to court documents filed Friday, the Energy Information Administration is dropping its emergency survey of Bitcoin miners. The move comes after the Texas Blockchain Council and Riot Platforms, alongside the Chamber of Digital Commerce and the National Civil Liberties Alliance, were granted a temporary restraining order in the case. If the EIA seeks to survey cryptocurrency miners in the future, the EIA must undergo the proper notice and comment procedure mandated by law, ensuring public input on the survey's scope before any reissuance, the Chamber of Digital Commerce said in a statement. EIA has discontinued the emergency collection of data for Form EIA-862 Cryptocurrency Mining Operations Survey. Under the terms of our agreement, all data received as part of the emergency collection will be destroyed. Formal notice will be issued to all EIA-862 survey respondents about this update, an EIA spokesperson told Blockworks via email. We're hopeful we can work with companies in the cryptocurrency mining industry to provide the American public with a clear understanding of energy use from cryptocurrency mining operations in the United States, much in the same way we do with other industries, they continued. Earlier this week, the president of the Texas Blockchain Council told Blockworks that he was confident about the council's case against the Department of Energy and the EIA. In court documents, the EIA said it would destroy any information it has already received in response to the survey sent out to Bitcoin miners across the U.S. Additionally, the EIA will publish a Federal Register notice of the proposed collection of information, which will replace the emergency notice issued in early February. The complaint filed in Texas last week argued that Riot and other miners would be immediately and irreparably harmed by being forced to divulge confidential, sensitive, and proprietary information to the EIA. The survey notice was sent out at the end of January and required miners to respond with details related to their energy use. The Office of Management and Budget approved the survey request on January 26th, saying at the time it recognized that this emergency collection is experimental and provisional with the understood intention that EIA wants to build to a new standard collection. The survey was pursued after parts of the U.S. faced a brutal winter. A spokesperson for the EIA told Blockworks in early February that given the emerging and rapidly changing nature of this issue, and because EIA cannot quantitatively assess the likelihood of public harm, the EIA felt a sense of urgency to generate credible data that would provide insight into this unfolding issue. So this concludes our top headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.